What's happening, everybody?
Out in the wild?
Welcome to the MEGA64 podcast, the coolest podcast, the sexiest podcast,
nice,
the most anxious podcast on the internet.
We're nervous.
We're nervous. We all suffer from anxiety, social anxiety disorder. Social anxiety disorder, I guess that's just SAD.
Yeah.
Abbreviated as SAD.
That's why we come to you through virtual means. We're not direct.
Yeah, separation.
Game days is coming up, and I'm biting my nails.
Anxiety? I think that I legit have anxiety.
I think a lot of all humans have some level of it.
Who doesn't have anxiety?
Especially living in the city.
If I have a conversation with someone, and not like you guys, someone like I know, but not like really well. After I leave the conversation, no matter how it went, it will ruin my day. Because I will think like I will go over everything I said. Like, should I do that differently? Did I take that the wrong way? And it like fucks.
That's not anxiety.
What is that?
That's just low self-esteem.
No, I don't have that.
No, maybe.
Right.
You're making me feel real good about our conversation today.
You shouldn't have.
Yeah, we're gonna have a problem later.
Have you ever had?
Besides, we don't have a problem now.
Oh no!
I don't want to suffer from anxiety, but I find myself suffering from it, and my body betrays me.
Yeah.
So, like, I'll be in a situation with people I've just met, strangers, and there will be a lull in the conversation, and everybody in the room is quiet.
Yeah.
And my heart will start racing, and I start to feel lightheaded, and I just feel like, oh shit, I'm about to pass out, and like.
Whoa.
You know, I kind of feel like maybe a panic attack is coming on, and it sucks because I really don't want it. And then I start thinking like, I don't want to like pass out in front of these people I just met, which makes it worse. Totally. And I don't.
It could spiral.
No, I don't feel like the conversation thing, but sometimes I feel like my body is like trying to sabotage me.
Yeah.
That's something that only started happening to me like recently too, in the last 5 years.
Interesting.
Would have
that
panic
seems
attacks.
Like a nightmare.
Yeah.
Because the last thing you want to do in the situation is to cause a scene, which that would cause. And
the more you think about it too,
not causing a scene. Oh my god.
The more you think about it,
feedback
it brings it on.
It happened at work once. You remember that.
I remember that.
We were having a writing session, and in the middle of the writing session, I just felt my heart go like, like a big like lump, and I was like, that was weird.
Yeah.
And then it kept like happening every few minutes, and I just started thinking like, yo, what's going on? Like
palpitating.
My heart's palpitating. I need to calm down. And I like try to just think about calming down, and I find my palms are getting really sweaty, and it's just getting worse and worse.
Yeah.
Well, that's how the Sopranos starts. Like the series starts with Sopranos, and he doesn't know what's going on, and then it kicks it all off.
That actually made me feel better because like I didn't know what was going on with my body. So I looked it up, and it was like 1 in 5 people suffer from panic attacks, and I was like, oh, it's like really common. And I started thinking like, oh yeah, Tony Soprano.
Yeah.
And like
I talked about it a couple of years ago on the podcast.
Yeah.
How it got brought on by getting cold, and I'd start shivering, and then like all the muscles in my body would tense up so fucking much that I couldn't breathe or get a deep breath.
Yeah.
And it only happened maybe 4, 5, 6 times before I could figure out how to like keep it from happening. I kind of calmed myself out of it. But the other day when we were in Texas swimming, I told you it started coming on.
Yeah, you like
And then I just kind of like, I'm going to shut up for a second and just concentrate on breathe and stay under the water so I don't get cold.
But now that to me was interesting because you got your head wet, which sounds like, okay, whatever.
I dove in.
But that's rare.
Yeah.
When was the last time you got your whole head wet?
Oh, I can't remember the last time I went like underwater swimming.
Right. And you only did it for a second.
Yeah.
But I think that is when
showers is like a normal occurrence in my life.
You were completely submerged for the first time in who knows how long.
Yeah,
and then that happened.
Oh yeah,
maybe ties in.
No, it's something for me about getting cold and starting to shiver, and then I go, oh fuck, I'm gonna get cold. Oh fuck, I'm gonna have that panic attack thing that leads to an asthma attack thing that leads to a fucking sore muscle and back the whole like next week like. And then I start thinking about that, and then it'll happen. But what I've learned to do is, just like stay calm, get warm, start to warm my muscles up. Like actually, like in the pool.
Yeah.
I just got back under the water and kicked my legs out and just did like little warm up exercises to stay warm. So this is recent though.
I went to the doctor a few years ago for like a checkup, and they made me fill out this thing before I got in, and it was like, "Are you sad on a scale of 1 to 10?" And I was like, "No." 0.
Sure.
Like, do you feel whatever? Do you have panic?
Yeah.
And other stuff. And I was like, no, 0, 0, 0. Like, I don't feel this stuff. And the doctor was like, looking at my charts, and he's like, you don't feel sad? And I was like, no. sorry. He's like, you
all good, bro.
you don't feel like just overwhelming anxiety like all throughout your life? And I was like, no. And literally, the doctor was like, well, you are one of very few. And I was just like, oh.
He's
I
used to hearing that.
Yeah, it made me feel really good when I left. I was like, dang, the world's fucked up.
World's fucked up.
I think everybody suffers from anxiety. If in this day and age, if you're not suffering from anxiety, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
You got problems.
Just
You're like happy and just
if
confident
you're happy,
all the time.
Reevaluate that during this theme song.
Yeah.
Up in the evening and the day is shot. Find yourself complaining about the things you ain't got. Never goes just the way that you want it to. Cliche of the day, c'est la vie, that's just life. It ain't easy. It's so tough. It ain't easy.
What you gonna do, say what you gonna do.
Put a smile on your face. Make the weather better. Put a smile on your face.
What you gonna do, say what you gonna do.
welcome.
We are back. We didn't introduce our guest today. Our famous. This guy's so famous.
Whoa.
You're gonna flip your lid, your top. You're gonna blow your top when we say this name.
Brad Pitt.
Julian Collins.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Welcome to the show.
Mr. Julian Collins, can you say what you're famous for? Let the world know.
No, I can't. I am Dr. Julian Collins, therapy anxiety expert. That's why we're all calling.
Okay,
Yeah,
all
we're
right, you're
talking
doing a
about our
bit.
social
You're doing a bit.
anxiety
I
issues.
forgot my doctorate at home.
Oh.
I usually bring it around.
that's
So,
what
too.
Julian, I just
Laminated
saw an interview. What was that interview you posted on Facebook this week? Who interviewed you and why?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I used to work for a company called SoCal Esports back in a few years back. That's kind of how like I got my start being professional in esports.
SoCal Esports.
Yeah. So
Never heard of them.
Yeah.
Are they big?
In SoCal, yeah, like Orange County. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
OC.
SoCal big, I guess. They're not on the internet.
What did you do? What did you do for SoCal Esports?
I did their marketing and
Okay.
I volunteered, did a lot of the local stuff that we worked with, and then I used that as a platform to get out and start working in traditional esports, I guess. Like
I
Nice.
was talking to Justin Rojas, formerly from Funimation, currently with the Dallas Fuel, which is a esports league for
They play,
Overwatch.
Yeah, Overwatch, right?
And he was talking about the Houston Outlaws, yes. And it was like, when they were talking, it's like, oh, there's like a real rivalry. This isn't some like made up bullshit.
Oh,
like
yeah,
behind
man.
the scenes, they're like buddy, whatever. But they were like, no, these guys, no.
They picked a side.
We're gonna get them. And I was like, oh shit, I didn't realize this is like legit. This is like Yankees, Red Sox, Fuel, Outlaws.
Whose side are you on, Sean?
Yeah,
Oh,
bro.
God, good.
Pick a side.
Fuel.
Yeah,
peasy.
Dallas
That's
Fuel?
wait, which
Alright.
is the one that Justin manages?
Dallas Fuel.
All right, Fuel
They
till I
have the
die.
pressure meet in their office,
All right.
just chilling there.
Fuel
Yeah.
till I die.
So
My heart's
a
there.
few weeks ago, I brought up the topic esports. Is it a sport or not? And I had said I had a long argument with my friend about it. Julian was that friend. We had like an hour-long feud. We went back and forth for a long time. At the end of the day, neither of us was able to talk sense to the other person.
Even though he's kind of an expert
Yeah,
because
he
he
worked in the
works,
field. He dabbled in it.
you know, he's in that field, yeah.
Yeah, I actually got paid to do it, which is.
Wow.
Oh, that makes an expert.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get paid a lot, but I got paid.
Well, you're a professional. Then.
But
You get
marketing,
paid.
so he's putting that spin on it. I can see your
yeah.
point, Derek.
Oh, I see. Yeah, he knows all the buzzwords.
Yeah, he was a marketer, so he has to call it a sport because
Okay.
it plays into the marketing
It
thing.
is. So
How
that's
are we
the
gonna
spin.
make money if we don't call it a sport?
I've actually, I want to say officially, I've come around. Esports, yeah, okay, it's a sport.
Oh yeah.
Everything's a sport. Everything's a
Golf,
sport.
I
In
don't know.
fact, I said this to these guys already. I think they should call real sports. They should get rid of that because that is a demeaning. Real sports. Pfft. I think they should call them analog games. Analog
Yeah.
video games. AVGs.
Yeah.
Dude,
Angry video or
analog video games.
Analog video games.
Analog
Yeah.
video games.
I was watching. This is gonna shock you. ESPN today, and the Little League World Series is on, which I have gone on the record saying I fucking love.
Yeah, because they cry. That's why Sean loves it.
No, because it means so much to these kids.
Derek.
It means so
don't
much.
let this fucking liar lie in front of all these people here. He loves watching the Little League playoffs because the kids cry when they lose.
No, I don't think Sean's that kind of guy.
No.
Sean's
me in the
a
hotel
dad.
room.
When the kids cry, it affects him personally.
I feel bad for him.
Yeah, he
And
empathizes.
there's times where I can't watch it.
Yeah, he can't stand watching him
This
cry.
kid blew it.
Did
we watched a game in Texas?
And we laughed.
Do they
It was
suck or
brutal.
are they good?
It
They're
was
like little
brutal.
kids, right?
No, they're good. But
They're
spend
good.
The whole summer doing.
But
Anyways,
when they cry, it's pretty funny.
Aren't the fields like way smaller or something?
yeah, it's Little League. But anyways,
sounds
the
cool.
point is,
Okay.
on ESPN,
Yeah.
they said, we're having the home run derby. I'm like, the home run derby for the Little League World Series? That's new. It wasn't the home run derby. It was the home run VR derby.
Whoa.
And
Wait.
they had these kids with VR helmets on
Holy shit.
playing the game.
Fuck yeah.
But that was like, I'm like, oh, they're gonna show a second of that. It was like an hour
Esports.
of them, like it was, but it wasn't like professionals. It was these kids who
Like the
have never
Olympics.
played this game before in the VR helmet.
Were they fat?
No,
Let me ask you
they were the
something.
team. They were the athletes.
Were they selling the game? Was the game
was that
advertised?
sponsored?
You know, I didn't.
Could you
keep
get
an
it
eye-
on
I'm sure
Steam?
it was. I'm sure that
Yeah,
it
what's-
was.
Interesting.
Oculus or
But this is on like straight
Vibes?
up ESPN, and I'm like, I get esports
Yeah.
to an extent. Like I don't watch it, but I understand the appeal. These are professionals. They were like the best of the best playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These were just kids that picked off the Little League field who had never played this game before. Like, hey, use this, play this. And I'm watching this on ESPN for an hour. Like it was crazy. It was nuts.
That's cool.
I wonder if you could hack the game to like,
No, it was on
you know, put cork in your bat in VR.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be
You know,
sick.
Codes.
you're coding.
Increase your
You
velocity.
could code to throw a spitball.
Yeah, add Game Shark to VR.
Just whistle into the VR headset.
But they kept showing this trophy there and to give the kid who won, but it's like this. It's for okay.
Digital trophy. You download it to your
Yeah.
phone.
Your avatar holds it on Xbox Live.
Oh yeah, the
Exactly,
360 avatar.
The Sammy Sosa cheat.
Yes. Yeah.
I can't wait for VR to get to the competitive level, like kind of mixing both topics now. I feel like I'll have the athletic edge to play some type of VR game that's like
That's
a first-person shooter where you're kind of ducking and dodging and rather than the dexterity of like, you know, a point-and-click mouse, you know, first-person shooter.
Yeah, both combined.
If it's some kind of like VR movement shooter and that's like what competitive gaming becomes in some way,
Yeah.
that would be cool.
I think I could sick.
Ready Player One.
I want that. I want to keep training my body for that
You have to
day.
learn how to like crouch jump in real life.
I'm already
Good at
too old
Counter-Strike.
though. I'm aged out.
This
You guys
is
ever watch Video Game High School.
what?
It's kind of similar to that. Video Game High School.
VGHS. Yeah,
VGHS.
that was
Yeah,
that
three
YouTube
abbreviations.
series that the Rocket Jump guys did. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
long.
That was
Yeah.
kind of very similar. They did a lot of stuff around there that was like kind of similar to it.
Oh, wow.
Jumping into it.
I never saw that. I'll check that out.
Netflix.
Yeah.
You just
wow.
reminded me of Ready Player One, which I never saw Ready Player One, but
Not bad.
Heard it sucked.
I was teaching a workshop over the past month, and one of the students in there was 14 years old. And at one point, we were talking about movies, and he was talking about how he really loved Ready Player One. He's like, "Let me show you some clips." And he
man.
started loading up Ready Player One, and it was so funny to me because, like, I know this is obvious, but it wasn't until this moment that it really hit me. But it's like, man, and no disrespect,
Yeah.
but 14-year-olds don't know shit.
Oh no,
They
no,
don't,
no,
they
no.
don't know shit. And that's not an insult. If you're 14 out there, I hope you're not insulted, but you probably don't even realize you don't know shit.
But you think you do.
You think you do, but you don't
Yeah.
know shit.
That's the sickness of being.
I
that
had
age.
that thought yesterday.
Well,
yeah.
real quick,
Yeah.
so there's a scene in Ready Player One where they recreate The Shining.
Yeah.
What? Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like a big part that people never. I'm surprised didn't really spoil.
So
when
in
the
Ready
movie
Player
first came
One,
out.
they like it's a mishmash of all things 80s, and
Right.
in one point they go to the Overlook Hotel and things get real quiet. And it's these video game avatars in the Overlook Hotel, and they see the two girls. Come play with us.
Yeah, it's like
And-
it's like a
and
puzzle
the
game.
elevator
that's
of
in
blood
Shining.
shows up, and they go to room 237. The
No.
woman
Is this real?
comes out.
Are
but
you serious?
Yeah, and I think at the end, like Garrett,
You didn't see the movie?
Garrett,
No.
It was a fun movie
Garrett,
for a Spielberg
correct me
movie.
if I'm wrong,
Yeah.
but the woman in 237 kind of turns into zombie mode and starts chasing them.
It was more advanced than what happens in the scene. There,
Yes.
it went a next level where
And it was so
that
funny.
zombie lady keeps coming
It was so
at him.
funny because the 14-year-old who showed it to me, he's like, yeah, I've never seen The Shining.
See, that's mind blowing.
And this is when I started thinking, like, oh, 14-year-olds don't know shit.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even know what this is referencing and how good the source material is. And when the woman as a zombie is, like, chasing them through the hotel, she's, like, full zombie mode. He was like, so, I've never seen The Shining, but is this pretty much it?
No.
And that was my response. I was
You're
like,
gonna be bummed,
I was
bro.
like, dog, you have no idea. And I had to explain to them just like, this is so not what The Shining is. Like, this
Yeah.
is The Shining on like steroids. Like, The Shining is a very slow, quiet.
Oh, there's all these quick cuts.
Quiet
It sucks.
horror
I'm looking
film.
up a clip of it on YouTube. I never. How the fuck did no one tell me about this? I never knew. This is
Yeah, it's
crazy.
They
It's
kind
not
of
bad, though.
You know,
It's like a
because
robot chicken sketch.
aesthetically, they nail the look of The Shining, but like the feel of it, it's so modern and that kid just had no point of reference for those
That's
older
funny
films.
that he has not seen the original.
And it made me realize just like, I don't know, just how like younger people can get into stuff more innocently. Like me, there's a lot of stuff I don't like because it just reminds me of all this other stuff I've already seen. And I kind of forget that, you know, for younger people, they don't have that feeling. Like there's nothing to reference it against to be like, oh, you're ripping off this. Just like, wow, this is really cool.
Well, you know, it took me so long to realize how many Simpsons episodes rips off literally everything ever.
Yeah.
But like, I didn't know that. I thought they were just being funny and weird until later I realized like, oh, this is everything that the Simpsons
Being
is ripped off
weird.
with something else.
You see all that old stuff, and then now you're like, oh, I remember that Simpsons episode.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
season
That's
five.
Any like
exactly what
seminal
happened.
piece of cinema. Yeah.
Yeah.
Twin Peaks.
It's kind
so
of
many.
funny how like at 14 you feel like you know everything and you don't, and I feel like that happens again in your life when you're like later on in years, like in your like let's say your 80s, I don't know, like you feel like you know everything because you've been around for so long, but you're so outdated. Like, you don't know what's now. Like you kind of don't know everything again. Like you kind of like lose it.
You fall back.
You
So
fall
you
back.
peak. You're saying
And
there's
like
a
the
peak.
things you know, because you probably know a lot because you know you've been around for so long. But it's not like you know about like the vegetable truck man. But what does that mean to you anymore?
The
The
vegetable
turnip.
truck,
Are you
man.
talking about the
That's
turnip
nothing.
truck?
That was what my great grandpa did for the record. He sold vegetables door to door. But that is something
Wow.
that like who knew that was even a thing?
Yeah.
Who knew?
The milkman and
The milkman. There's an Iceman who before freezer they would sell you
Yeah,
ice.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's crazy. Crazy.
Shit, a lot of people don't remember before the internet.
Right.
Door-to-door vegetable salesman. I can't even fucking wrap
That's
my
a
head around it.
Chatfield classic.
Wow.
There's a pictures of like him like with like my grandma on like a little girl.
Get your
like,
chard
with, like,
here.
Full like and people would
Chard.
run out and like buy the vegetables for the week from
What the
him.
fuck?
And that was what people did because there wasn't stores and supermarkets. That's insane.
They didn't have Uber Eats back then?
They didn't. Have
He
Uber
was
Eats.
Uber Eats.
No shit.
Call up Chatfield.
Grandpa did it.
Damn.
Yeah. Cool ass shit. That to me is like that's like as retro as it gets. So that's rad.
There's still
That's rad.
stuff like around the world and stuff like that. My
That's
friend was
true.
in Cuba and they were out at this like really weird town, not weird town, but it was like a little town, and there's this guy selling like a thing of corn, just a
Yeah.
big wagon of corn. He's like,
Wow.
how much is this entire wagon? He's like, US. $10, and he's like, okay, about $10. Bought all the corn, delivered it to the town because they just don't ever get corn out there. And I was like, wow, okay.
Tight.
This guy's he made $10 off of all that.
I watch Shark Tank with Mark Cuban, and he's always talking about my first job door-to-door selling trash bags. And I just think, like, that's a job? How you doing on trash bags? I got a whole carload of them.
You know, my grandfather was in Canada a chemical salesman door to door.
Chemicals.
Yeah, and
like Breaking Bad.
then got into carpet cleaning,
See?
and then got into carpet selling
It's
when
so
they moved
funny
to
how
America.
Door to door used to be a everyday thing,
Yeah.
and now when someone comes up to my house, it's like I don't want to talk.
No soliciting.
Please don't.
I'm not
sell me
a
anything.
drug dealer. I'm a chemical salesman.
Yeah.
Isn't that what it is now? Like, old stuff used to be like, oh, the phone's calling. Oh, hey, how's
Yeah.
it going?
Right.
Now it's like, who the fuck is calling?
Now I
Yeah.
never pick up my
Why-
phone.
Oh, don't
Are you
call me.
calling me on
Email.
my
What are we
phone?
doing?
When I was a
Knock on the
kid,
door.
I would just go to my friend's house, knock on their door, and ask if they were home.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I want to revive that.
Yeah.
Just going over somebody's
Did Derek
house.
play?
Just being like, is Garrett here? No, he's not. Well, where is he?
He had to stay at school.
He went to the park. All right, thank you.
Yeah, then you run your ass to the park.
Go to the park.
Yeah.
Looking around the park. No, he left. Shit.
Motherfucker ain't here.
The good old days.
Now you just go check your Steam friends list and you can jump into their Counter-Strike.
No one's filling Super Soakers with pee, running around the park anymore. Everyone's on fucking.
One did that.
Everyone's
That's
on Steam.
Urban legend
Oh, no one did that, Sean.
Now
Okay.
me doing it.
Did you do it?
No.
If you didn't do it, then no one did it. That's my thought.
Poop. Hey, so we are the #1 gaming podcast on the internet. Thank you for joining us on a hot Sunday night. We put out a couple of videos this week, including a brand new Flame War Theater.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed it.
The next Halo. I think so 2 things I like about this one. It's Newgrounds, and I really wanted to go back to Newgrounds because our pilot episode of Flame War Theater, we did Newgrounds, but that's before we kind of figured out the format. So it's like we didn't nail all the typos. It was our, basically a pilot.
Right.
So I was dying to go back to Newgrounds because that was my home. I had, I think, over 10,000 posts on Newgrounds.
Damn,
That's
Right?
a lot.
I spent like a
Frank.
decade on that site. I was fucked up. But so I wanted to go back to Newgrounds, and I found a great topic. God, there's something so special about Newgrounds. Everyone is an asshole for no reason, and that topic is such a great example because it's just like a bunch of dorks, like probably 10, 12-year-old kids being like, oh, what's the next Halo going to be? And every other response is people coming in and shitting on them. But Derek's character is so eager to talk about Halo that he kind of ignores the violence going on.
You know what I miss from the 90s and early 2000s? People are going to think I'm crazy.
Yeah.
Everybody was a lot meaner back then for no reason.
Yeah.
You knew how to let it roll off your back. Like,
No, but just
Really?
culturally, people were unnecessarily mean.
The
it
attitude.
was like, butthead.
I
like,
remember
fuck
thinking,
you.
I was thinking about this the other day because I had remembered the movie Boiler Room, which is a movie I really like about like being in a stockroom. And I remember the scene where they have a company meeting and it's everybody's first day and a guy sits in the boss's chair and Ben Affleck's the boss. He comes in, he's like, dog, you're in my chair. Sorry. And the guy's like, oh, I'm sorry. And he gets up and the guy sitting next to him goes, dumbass. And Ben Affleck chews him out. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking piece of shit. And it just reminded me of like being in high school. I was like, yep, that's what you do. Somebody sat in the wrong chair. You call them dumbass with
Yeah.
as much venom as you can because
You would call people out a lot more.
that's just how things work. Like people were unnecessarily mean
I remember
back
even
then.
as a kid, because I was obsessed with media and TV, I would always watch stuff and there'd be things of like, oh, high school bullies. By the time I got to high school in like the mid 2000s, like 2005, there weren't like bullies anymore. I was always, as a kid, I was afraid that archetype existed.
You know what? I think you are like the younger generation than us.
Yeah.
Because we had bullies for sure.
Yeah.
I might have been one.
I believe it.
You're talking about piss, Super Soakers.
believe
No,
it.
I didn't really.
I was good.
I didn't really experience bullies, but there were bad kids, and it wasn't that they bullied me, but they were just angry kids.
Yeah.
There were kids in my class who was like, "Yo, Joe, I'm not talking to him.
Don't fuck with him.
I'm not
You just
fucking
knew
with
don't
him."
fuck with
Like,
those kids.
That's a bad
It's like
kid.
the bad boys.
Nothing
in
to
the-
lose.
I think I straight up got bullied for sure
shit.
in middle school. In high
Yeah.
school, no, but in middle school, there were like people who would like pull me aside and like, push me over
Oh,
and like
Jesus
beat me
Christ.
up and stuff. Like I would
Yeah.
get that.
I found out how to make those kids kind of laugh.
That's what I did, yeah.
And then I would use comedy as a tactic to kind of like get out of their grasp.
'Cause I was-
and then to like fucking know to leave those guys away or always have like some kind of self-deprecating, kind of like joke.
I was
for 'em.
really fat from like 6th grade to 11th grade. So yeah, like no one could ever make fun of me for being fat because I was already so funny and detached that like everyone just wanted to be my friend. So there was never any like, I don't know, pins on me.
Yeah.
I was always able to deflect it.
It's all on the internet now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's all anonymous.
Like that's where I grew up. It was like that transitional period from like let me get shoved into a locker to let me go ahead and scold you on MySpace.
Hell yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I was, dude, MySpace was weird. My friends and I would troll. MySpace had high school message boards. So what my friends and I
that's
would
a mistake.
I was like I think at this point I was in 11th grade. My friends and I, we made fake MySpace profiles of pretend 9th graders, and we'd go on the MySpace high school message boards and be like, can't wait to start freshman year. I'm gonna get so much pussy. And we would start fights with kids, and they're like, all right, Sean-O-Matic, I'm gonna meet you at the lunch line. Be there, you fucking dork. And then we'd see a kid wait by the lunch line.
You would see him.
Yes. And like he would wait for an imaginary, like, we were bored kids on the internet,
Just
so we
trolling.
were awful trolls, and that's why I understand why like 4chan and stuff is like an endless September. There's always gonna be kids there because I was like that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And like even Lulinks, which is a like blocked message board, no one can see there. But like if people on the internet were so miserable, and now that everything's kind of more public on Twitter and Facebook, it's like people have to be more out in the open.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
Less anonymous.
less anonymous and less toxic.
More consequences
I
now.
hardly remember MySpace. I used it.
Yeah.
But I don't remember like how it worked really. I remember you had like your top 9 friends, and it was like a big deal.
Top 8.
8? I
Yeah.
see.
Jesus. Well, don't embarrass us. Don't embarrass us.
no.
Come
I'm
on,
sorry.
Sean.
You obviously didn't use the bulletin board.
I did.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Oh, man.
talking out of his ass.
9 friends.
But like,
I avoided that.
Sean had the more advanced MySpace. You guys
I
weren't
got
on his
MySpace
level.
Plus.
Yeah. This guy had paid MySpace.
Microtransaction.
Got one extra friend.
Oh yeah. Tom,
But I
yeah.
feel like
$100 a month.
Facebook is dead.
Yes.
Let's jump off that bandwagon. Let's get MySpace back on though. Let's just start.
No.
It again.
Yeah.
No way.
No.
No way.
Let's start it again.
We're on to the next thing. Now it's like Instagram.
Instagram is
Instagram.
yeah.
Yeah.
The thing, I forget what the fuck they just changed the name to. I taught a student 2 years ago, and now she's like an influencer on a program called Musical.ly. They
Oh,
just
wow.
changed it. I think the name is now TikTok. She has like 200 followers on Twitter, 40,000 followers on Instagram, 400,000 on this app called Musical.ly, which is now TikTok.
I've heard of
No
that.
idea what that is, but it's
What
like
is it though? Yeah.
I don't know. I think wherever you see those really awful like Green Day Rick and Morty, have you ever seen those weird Rick and Morty lip syncs?
No.
No.
It's a weird subculture. It's a weird subculture.
Love 'em.
But it's like there's
Christ.
Instagram, then you get younger Snapchat, and even younger than Snapchat is like Musical.ly or TikTok. Is
I'm
what- is what's
into
called.
Morty culture.
Well, dude, there's always going to be new shit.
I'm
out there.
I'm a big Morty
It's crazy.
head.
It's crazy. I feel like Twitter's my speed. I'm good with Twitter.
Yeah.
I still
Sure.
use Instagram, but like I like Twitter a lot.
Yeah, Twitter's great.
But anyways, capping back to what we're saying, Flame War Theater, YouTube. It was a good episode.
It's a good one. Halo.
Halo.
Yeah.
Halo never
I
changes.
love the Twilight Zone ending.
Yeah,
And
and
I nailed it. He nailed it.
Yeah.
and again, going back to message boards, when everyone was so needlessly sarcastic and mean, this random guy, Danbot, in 2005, was making a joke, or maybe he was a genius. Oh, it's going to be the same as Halo 4, Halo 5, Halo 6. He says Halo Battlefield, which is almost Battlegrounds.
So
He
close.
almost like...
So close.
Yeah, but...
I mean, and he's just guessing at names that could
and
be.
then,
And look,
sure enough, I mean, it's like, Mike Judge, Idiocracy, we're living in it now. This
Yeah.
guy was making satire that became real.
dude, I'd go to Starbucks after this.
So there you go. Flame War Theater, it just keeps going. It never changes.
Mm-hmm.
Flame War Theater 4, Flame War Theater 5. Flame War Theater Infinite.
God, what's gonna happen next?
So you probably haven't noticed, but I'm gonna tell you.
Hell yeah.
Rocco's not here.
Wait,
What?
What?
I know.
Oh, shit.
it's
Where's
shocking.
main
I
guy?
came
It
ready-
turns out it's me in the captain's chair
Oh.
today, which I don't really know if I like.
I thought that was the captain's chair.
Can you deliver...
They're both co-captains.
All right,
Did
all right.
anyone here go to Power Morphicon?
No, well, Rocco did. He's currently
Yeah.
there, and this is what I.
Rocco is at Power Morphicon
Currently-
Rocco
He's
is
morphing.
a judge.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Here's
at
the
a
thing.
Power Rangers Film Festival.
Rocco could be here tonight where he has to share the spotlight with the 5 of us. You know, he's one sardine in the can.
Yep.
I can't blame him for his decision. He went to Power Morphicon where he is a superstar.
True.
Yeah.
This is like,
Celebrity judge.
Yeah.
this is like, Brad Pitt shows up at your local high school talent
Wow.
show. It's like, oh shit,
Yeah.
the real guy's here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where Rocco is right now.
Damn.
So shouts out to my friend, celebrity status.
Yeah, mad
He's
respect.
he's laying down the celebrity dong at Power
Now,
Morphicon.
it's true, dude. I went with him one year.
Metaphorically speaking.
I saw him
On
work it.
Twitter, he has this bit where he's fighting a lot of infighting on his Twitter.
Well, you know that Ceiling Fan Media has been fucking him over.
right? Which is a whole. That's a whole.
What
thing.
is Ceiling Fan
Ceiling.
Media?
He signed his. Dude,
Personal channel.
he signed
This
his
is a
fucking personal channel
thing that
over.
I don't get.
Yeah, he signed over with a new
influencer program?
influencer
What do you call
It's
company,
something
I
to do with
guess.
Voltage Vengers.
it? Yeah.
So, and it's some bullshit
Hell
fly by
yes.
night deal. So of course they fucked him.
Right.
And then I heard something went wrong with the panel he's
Well,
supposed to
now,
have
this is the thing. I think that really happened and I
on
can't-
Saturday.
I
It was a
can't-
screw job.
on
Took
Friday.
the
The Anaheim screw job.
Yeah,
See,
Rocco
what's going on with this?
Rocco had a panel,
Uh-huh.
which let's just take a sit back for a second and think of the fact that Rocco has a panel.
This is like 4 years in a row.
Solo.
He earned it.
Right, at
I'm
the
telling
Power
you, he's
Rangers.
I
the
filmed the first one.
superstar of Power Morphicon. It's
Can
crazy.
you imagine? He's such a fan that he's such a diehard fan of something that he has a panel about being a fan.
But I mean, who knows more about it?
he is
than,
an
he's a
True.
true expert.
He's like
It's
he's like a
amazing.
Power
Especially
Rangers.
on the toys.
He's like a Power Rangers historian.
Yeah.
Yes.
He really is. Which is, I mean, Yeah, I guess I'm proud of him. Like
I am very
See,
definitely.
you make fun of him whenever
I'm
he
not-
does the.
Can we get some of his toys out of his office, maybe?
I think that
I'm
shouldn't.
just so impressed
Frank,
by
I
it
think
all.
We shouldn't do that.
Wow.
That's a bad idea.
Well,
Okay,
I'm on the record.
hold
saying
on.
it's a bad idea.
we voiced an idea. He might have taken
cut
it
the
with
crap.
him.
I want to let everybody know what's going on right now. Frank is going into Rocco's office and is going to mess with Rocco's toys, which is the number one thing you should never do.
Yeah,
Never
I
do.
feel bad
If you
even
know
putting that
Rocco-
idea out. I was making a joke.
Don't touch his toy
If you
collection.
ever come into our office,
Wow.
never do what Frank is doing, because you'll never come back to our office.
Yeah,
We'll
I'm
go to
really
my
excited to
office and
see.
hang out. That's fine.
I'm excited to see
Yeah.
the fallout next week from what is happening right now.
He's gone.
This could
and
be.
I'm a little concerned.
He might have just gone to the bathroom. We don't know.
I hope for
okay.
his.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
This is like one of the original.
He bought this when he was in middle school.
This is
This
vintage.
thing is like 20 years old, and
You
you're
get
fucking with it.
$500 on eBay for this thing right now.
Oh my god!
Is
You're
that
gonna have to put it in back.
in the one shot?
okay.
Yeah, put it behind here. Hand it to me.
Good.
I'm not
Julian,
touching.
you-
I'm
yeah,
not
don't
touching
touch
it.
that.
I don't want.
Yeah, don't.
I tried grabbing something else, and as I picked it, it was about to knock over 3 things. It really is like.
I think Rocco has shadow boxed
Yeah,
this
like how
thing so
keep it
much.
as is.
Yeah.
We don't need a head.
What's
on
up
Power
with the
Ranger.
head? You
You
broke
know
the
what?
head.
Yeah, it like
Jason
snapped off
do?
when I picked it up. It wasn't important.
You know, it's, so back to this. I have a lot to say about this Rocco thing.
Okay.
So
Now like Rocco's here. Wow.
What do you have to say? Get it
I
out.
think his panel. Was pushed back to 9:30, and then they canceled his panel.
That's
I think that really
That
happened.
sucks.
That does suck, and I felt terrible. So I hope that's
Yeah,
not the case.
I hope that's not the case too, because like I know he worked on stuff for
he
that
really
panel.
worked his ass off for
Yeah.
the panel.
Yeah.
He really legitimately takes it seriously. So hopefully that did not happen.
Surprisingly, he takes it seriously.
Rocco has, I'm thinking now, he has a morpher, helmets, weapons,
All the weapons,
101
guns,
scale.
swords,
He
daggers.
has literally everything to be a Power Ranger except for the suit.
We got to get him some
we
spandex.
get let's
Get
give him a
him a
legit
suit.
suit.
Some spandex.
Fuck yeah.
He has
Hey,
everything else.
We'd probably have to custom order it.
Yeah, we
Yeah?
can dress up.
Let's do it.
Let's
Is
do
that the
it.
next podcast? Everyone gets a Power Rangers costume.
I'm in. I want to be pink.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Pterodactyl.
Rocco
Hell yeah.
will have to settle for whatever's left over.
Yeah, we're gonna do the cool costumes.
Yellow.
Okay. I think we should all call it now.
I'm pink.
Yeah.
I'll be green.
Okay.
Someone take white
Okay,
and
you're
red
green.
because that's what he wants.
You're green. I'll be all right, I'll be the Red Ranger. Fuck it.
Who's gonna be the white power?
Someone should
the
be
Power
white
Ranger?
and
power.
green.
Yeah, the white power. Right?
Take-
I'm green.
He's green. I'm red.
I'm pink.
Someone be white.
Frank's.
You're white.
All right, I'll be
Garrett's
white.
white power.
Julian, what do you want to be?
I'll be Rita Repulsa.
Julian
Oh,
will
hell
be
yeah.
the Black Ranger.
Kevin, what do you want to be?
What?
Kevin will be
Yellow.
You got Tree.
Kevin will be yellow. And
Blue?
Oh, that's cool.
Rocco,
You can either be
we'll make
Tree or
Rocco
Billy.
Billy,
Rocco
the smart
Billy.
one.
That's
The
Yeah,
nerdy
but then
one.
Billy got kicked out for that little kid in that movie.
Yeah, make Rocco be Billy. He would hate that.
I think he would love it. I think
Ooh.
he'd think that was an honor.
Is Billy the dork with like the suspenders?
Yes.
Yeah,
glasses.
he's
Yeah,
the
he's-
nerdy one.
I remember
you know?
playing the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers
They
beat 'em
were
up game on
overalls.
Super Nintendo, and when you picked as him, you'd be a dork with the suspenders, and it'd be like, that's lame. So
Overalls.
Yeah, overalls. Oh yeah, same.
They all the Rangers were picking
Yeah.
on Billy.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that in the chat. We got some,
got some
Mighty Morphin
power
avatars.
heads.
I have to actually hand it to Rocco because he has been a Power Rangers fan since before I've known him.
Yes.
And I've never met anybody who stuck with something for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like it at this point he can't stop because then it's like you have to he needs a whole new identity if he just decided one day like I'm not into Power Rangers anymore. Like I don't
it's
know,
the
it's
old
kind
stuff.
of it's kind of cool to me that somebody could be so into something for so long and be so diehard for it. I think that's respectable.
That's how you earn that panel. That's how
Yeah.
you're a
Yeah.
celebrity judge.
Yeah, he never
All respect. All
ever
respect.
flinched
It's true.
in his love for Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Never once.
It only
And we give him
grows.
Shit.
Yeah.
It
Yes.
gets more
It gets stronger.
ingrained.
It would have been so easy
Entrenched.
for him to take that away and just like maybe still feel it, but never like
Yeah.
express it so clearly and proudly. But
Yeah,
he
yeah.
does.
Like
Proud.
I remember when I first met Rocco, we would go back and forth. He's like, "Oh, I'm in the Power Rangers," and I'd always tell him, like, for me, I'm the same way about the Simpsons.
Yeah.
And we would go back and forth, like, "Well, do you know who wrote these episodes? Yeah, it was this writer. Well, do you know all this behind the scenes stuff? Yeah." But then it came to a point where I was like, "Okay, I'm not into this show anymore. Like,
Right.
I just,
Yeah, it happens,
I don't
yeah.
want to follow it anymore." But he stuck with it.
Keeps going.
Damn.
respect, Rocco.
Respect.
Mad respect.
Even like I'm thinking like, okay, I fucking love the Padres. There were a couple of years where I was like, I'm over this.
Yeah.
And I stopped watching
Yeah.
baseball for a while, but I jumped back on that train.
Well, maybe during Lightspeed Rescue and stuff and Ninja Force or, Dino
always-
Power, he might have backed off a little, but it like all the old stuff's kind of getting good again. There's been some new good Japanese shows.
Just as into it.
He's remained pretty steady, is what you're saying?
He's gonna love that we talked about Power Morphicon.
I know.
For so long on this podcast that he wasn't here. And next week he's gonna want to talk about Power Morphicon.
Yeah.
We would have already covered it.
I want to find out what happened to his panel.
Yeah,
I'm sure he'll have a rant or something on his YouTube channel.
It's like the ending of the podcast next week.
Yeah. It'll be like Kevin Smith's like Too Fat to Fly. He'll have like a 300 tweet essay about it, or a book, or a Hall H Q&A.
What else? What else happened this week?
Separate, but real fast. We're talking about White Power Rangers. I want to talk about
Glad you said Rangers.
Okay.
Blackkklansman, Spike Lee's new joint. I really liked it. It's really good. It's the premise of Blackkklansman. It's loosely based on a memoir. There was a black cop in Colorado Springs who infiltrated the KKK, and what he would do is he called the KKK and would use like a white voice to talk to the KKK, and then send a white cop to the meetings, and then they work together to kind of bring them down. The movie, it's like Spike Lee in full form. Like, it's full of energy. It's crazy. It's like part police procedural, part thriller. It's like all satirical. Not since like American History X has there been a movie with so many like racial epithets, and like it's just non-stop. It's pretty intense.
Yeah.
But like it's satirical.
Like,
so
what do they say?
Pretty.
I'm trying to think, but drawing a blank. Give me an example.
What year does this take place?
I think it takes place in '79. True to Spike Lee fashion, the opening title card's great. I think it starts like a Spike Lee joint, Blackkklansman, and it says based on some for real shit, and then the movie starts.
Oh, dope.
But yeah, Blackkklansman. I think it's playing everywhere. It's pretty good. And then I also saw. I don't know if you've seen this, Derek, but has anyone here seen Brian De Palma's Body Double?
No.
Oh my God. So like Brian De Palma did like Phantom of the Paradise and like Scarface, other great movies. After Scarface, he made Body Double, which the first half is like very cheesy Hitchcock. The second half turns into like a porn thriller, or it's like it's a fucking crazy movie. But it's about a guy who becomes obsessed, peeking into a girl's window as she like strip teases every single night.
For who? Who's she teasing for?
Dude, she just likes to get horny and get off.
She does it for herself?
Yes!
That's
it's incredible.
sick.
It's incredible.
Dude.
Does it for herself.
Check out
do that.
But yeah, it's about a struggling actor in LA, and he like in between jobs, and he becomes obsessed with this girl, and then he ends up getting into porn, and it's like super coked out 80s neon. It's awesome. Body Double. That's all you need to know. It's very
Check
good.
that. I love De Palma.
Dude, De Palma's good. Good shit.
It's all vaporwave.
Oh, but yeah, it opens. The opening shot is a graveyard with neon palm trees.
Spoiler.
Wow.
It's fucking sick.
Spoiler alert.
Those are my two film recce's.
Neon Goth. Spoiler.
Neon Goth. Hey, Neon Goth. That's a new. No one's done that yet. We should do that.
Subculture. Spoiler.
Neon Goth.
I noticed. Remember that podcast Spooked? I told you.
Whoa.
They're coming back.
You had me listen to that.
Is it back?
They use that term.
back.
How many episodes are out?
3 episodes.
Oh, that is my favorite podcast. No offense to this podcast. This one's all right.
One's okay.
Spooked is
Stop
way
saying
better.
that term. Wait.
That's the name of the podcast.
I can't. Stop. Oh, okay.
Jeremiah Watkins.
You're not watching Blackkklansman anymore. We're in the real world, okay?
Glenn Washington.
Yeah.
And
He's a host of Spooked.
I love and
Frank?
Judgment, which are two great podcasts.
You know, this is so stupid. Nobody is going to think this is funny, but I'll do it anyways. Spooked. He has a cadence, the way he sets up every episode.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I started doing this stupid running gag when I listen to Spooked. I do a parody podcast called Spoopy, which is so dumb.
Yeah, that's some internet shit.
But I take,
Yeah.
I'll just say this to myself, and I take his
Homestuck
cadence,
shit.
but then I just say stuff that is like not scary.
Right.
You know, it's just like, you're sitting in your house when you hear a dog go bark in the night. But when you look out the window, there's no dog to be seen. Spoopy. It's just shit, because that's
good.
every
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
He starts.
He talks about like weird shit about when he was a kid and
the cult he was in.
You never go in that room. But then I went in the room. And my brother was like, why did you take me to the room? And I let him down. And I learned never turn out the lights.
That's pretty good. Glenn Washington.
Is it just someone telling scary stories?
No,
like
it
true
is.
crime?
suppostly real supernatural experiences.
so it's
people share it with the host.
Yeah, so it started with this. There's a podcast called Snap Judgment, and it's this people talking about real things that happen to him, whether it be like them returning the military or whatever. But every time on Halloween, he would do like a scary one of like, hey, this is some weird shit
People
that happened
love
to me.
that.
I don't believe in ghosts, but this is what happened to me or whatever. And so then he decided that first season was just all of those Snap Judgment episodes, Halloween episodes, into one season. And now they're new episodes for this. The second season so far isn't as good as the first season, I believe. But it's still good. It's still interesting, you know. But
when something gets popular, you get some fake ones in there.
They don't feel like they're fake. They're just kind of like, the last time I heard was like, this isn't scary to me.
Even towards the end of season 1, though, I felt like maybe 1 or 2 of these might be made up.
Sure.
Oh, definitely. There were some where I was like, why are you even putting this on your show? It's so below
Not worth it.
The caliber of the other stories we've heard. Did you hear them all?
Yeah, I listened to all of season 1.
Well, in season 1, my least favorite story was the unicorn doll. Do you remember that story?
That one sucked.
Yeah, this girl's like,
I can't even remember that.
It was because it was so lame. It was an email story, and she's like, my aunt gave me this porcelain doll, and it was a horse prince with horse hooves, and I would at night hear clip clop, clip clop, clip clop.
Oh, okay.
And then it's like, but then I went out one night, and my mom had thrown the doll into the fireplace. Spooked.
If you like this podcast, be sure to subscribe to our Patreon. It's
$5.
There is the one with the little boy in the woods was fucking scary. Me.
yeah.
That was scary. And then the
That
one
one was creepy.
But
Yeah.
the clown in Mexico.
That
who they
one
saw
was
die
creepy. That one was
scary.
creepy.
There's a couple. Check it out.
I don't want to listen to them alone when I gotta come here at night alone.
Oh, the woman who is pregnant who moves into the home that used to be a torture chamber.
Yeah.
And feels like she's being haunted by whatever
shit's laying,
evil
pressing down on her.
spirits are there. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about
Oh,
it.
the hair stuck up on it. Oh,
dang.
the hair's sticking up. He's a wolf man.
I really like Spooked.
Yeah.
It's my favorite podcast.
Yeah, I really have become like, I drive to so many different things now that like podcasts are like my main source of entertainment.
Awesome,
I was
it's
even
free.
thinking- it is. It is
Fucking
awesome, and
free
the quality of
entertainment.
it is like amazing. Like there's like, it's like documentaries, a lot of them.
Yeah.
I was thinking though, like I was thinking about Frank, honestly, and I was like, he posts all the time about movies he's watching.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I miss movies.
Yeah.
Like I don't have the time.
Yeah, with all the kids, it's hard, right?
hard.
Even with Movie Pass.
Even Movie Pass. Well,
I saw
especially
Meg.
now.
Yeah.
You saw that, huh?
Yeah.
But I miss them.
Yeah.
So this is like my new form of entertainment that I'm like on right now. Is
Oh,
podcasts.
yeah.
I plan on going back to movies someday, but like right now I can just focus on podcasts.
Hey, one day all your kids will be out of the nest, and you can
Out of the
Just
nest and all movies.
listen to Doug Loves Movies, and then they talk about movies.
And I'll kind of live through that.
Yeah, and he's from San Diego, so it's kind of local flavor.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Nice.
Not bad.
Hell yeah.
Play
Sounds
that
like
Leonard
Meg.
Maltin game. Meg was like the only option on Movie Pass, so we just saw it, and it was better than I thought. I like Jason Statham.
Oh, he's in that?
He's well built.
Does he need muscles to like go fishing?
Hell yeah, he's got like fucking traps
Swimmer's
that
bod.
stick
Oh,
up like
shit, yeah.
all crazy. He's all hairy and shit like Andrei Arlovsky used to be.
Wow.
It was dope. It's some cheesy movie. It ain't gonna last.
It ain't gonna last.
Ain't gonna last. No Meg 2 for these boys. It was kind of cool though.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody play any games?
I gotta play. I mentioned it last week, but I played Phantom Doctrine. I played that on my stream, but I played it for a few hours. Easiest way to describe it is it's Metal Gear Solid meets XCOM. Like it's fucking.
I saw you playing it.
Yeah,
It's cool.
It's,
Sounds cool.
It's really fun. It's out on consoles this week too. PS4, Xbox One, PC. Yeah, if you like XCOM, it's the same exact shit, except instead of aliens, you're fighting like Russian spies.
Is
Like a
it kind
military,
of like
like-
cell shaded cartoon animation style?
No, I think there's a game called Invisible Ink. I think that's it. Phantom Doctrine. It's like XCOM. So it's like 3D graphics, and then
Realistic.
when you go in to attack someone, the camera will punch in and do like the overhead shots.
Yeah, it was cool how it got real cinematic for
Yeah.
for the actual moves being executed,
cool.
and then it would back off like a wider view of your table.
And man, like it's fun. Like I think you've talked about Derek, like playing like PC strategy games like Age of Empires. There's something like, I mean, when I was playing it, my heart was almost hurting because it's so fucking intense. Like every decision, like, oh god, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Fuck up.
Yeah, I love those games where everything stops and you need to take a moment to
it's like
think
chess. It's
think
like
about the
chess.
next thing you're gonna do. Like,
Yeah.
okay, if I move here, shit, this guy could come here. Oh, but then I have this guy here.
this guy,
It's
man.
like chess.
Yeah, and you really have to think about every angle. And then the worst is this happens to me when I play XCOM. I'll be like, thinking about it for 20 minutes, be like, fuck it. It's airtight. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I hit execute, and then my dude runs a position, and out of nowhere, some guy that I forgot to think about pulls out with like a fucking sniper rifle, blows the dude's head off, and it's like, half hour of my life just wasted.
Yeah.
It just hurts so bad.
And then that's
That
where I have
sucks.
the like philosophical debate of like with save scrubbing, where it's like if you
You
really
have
fuck
to.
up,
You have to.
So yeah, I don't do it often, but if I majorly fuck up, it's like, oh come on, I'm gonna repeat. But like it's Kevin Met pointed out, it's just like with any game. If you play a first-person shooter, you're doing quick saves.
Yeah.
If you get shot a bit, you're not gonna fucking reload. But if you majorly fuck up, go back. You play at your speed. So I'm playing Phantom Doctrine on medium, and I think per match I'll maybe save scrub just like once. But I feel like I'm getting better at learning. The
You
game.
do get better. Like with my experience with XCOM, that happens a couple times. You get real fucking careful.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, I'm surveying the perimeter.
Yes.
Like we're setting up,
Scouting ahead.
We're setting up a line here. I'm
Yeah.
setting scouts out, and it gets to the point where if I do lose a team member, I'll still complete the mission, and then I have to assess like how bad it was. Like, all right, I lost this guy, but he was kind of a rookie, and we did a successful mission. Other than that, I'm just gonna keep playing. Or it's like, fuck, dude, my
lost
three
Carrie.
best fucking warriors got killed. Like, I gotta restart.
Yeah,
Fuck that.
so like half of Phantom Doctrine is the actual gameplay. The other half is the base building. And so right now I'm developing the where you can change your identities. So I want to make Jared Thorbon cheap ass gamer. And so if he
Put him in the game.
I always make my friends, and then it's really fucking sad if one of my friends dies.
I do
Yeah.
that too. Hey, you know
It's
what
a
I do?
bummer.
I do myself in XCOM. And then it's like, I want to guard that person so much.
Ah,
To the point where,
yeah.
like, they're not
Yeah.
even getting combat experience.
Yeah.
It's like,
Preferential
no, my little
treatment.
baby.
yeah.
Garrett talked about like in playing Final Fantasy VII, naming his characters after crushes.
Yeah. Oh, all the girls in high school, man, were like
just-
my Final Fantasy VII
It's
character
fun putting
names.
yourself in the game like that.
Yeah.
You feel
I,
really bad when they die.
I went back and started playing Metal Gear Solid 5.
Whoa,
again.
okay.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
New save or just going back on the old
Brand new
missions?
save.
Fuck
Because
yeah.
I was playing it on PC, and then I got a new PC, so I didn't want to like start over. And then it was available for free on PS4
Oh, yeah.
a few months ago, so I grabbed it. So I'm playing the PS4 version again.
Great.
And man, the opening scene, that whole like escaping the hospital, that is like one of my favorite movies to come out in the past 10 years.
Yes.
Like,
it is so amazing.
It's nuts.
it
It's
is
like an hour
so
and 10
amazing.
minutes.
Like it's incredible. I think it's one of the best like little nuggets of gameplay. I know overall Metal Gear Solid 5 kind of is polarizing for some people.
Yeah.
But I think just that opening segment of escaping the hospital is incredible and unlike any other game experience I've had, where you're just thrown into the situation. And I don't know, the way they play with expectations, the way Kojima does it, where it's like, we're going to have to take the stairs. And then your character is like so like limping and crawling. It's like, we're taking the fucking stairs. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way I'm taking the stairs.
Yeah.
And then he's like, we can't take the stairs. We got to take the elevator. So you go to the elevator, all this crazy shit happens. It's like, all right, now we're going back to the stairs. And like, I don't know, they set it up and you have these expectations and then they subvert it and they do it time and again for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's so good. I love it
And
so
it's
much.
a gory, violent.
It's like a horror movie.
It really
Yeah,
is. It's a horror
horrific
action movie.
Yeah, you're being hunted, and they're just like the other people in the hospital are getting murdered.
Yeah, and the way
Yeah.
that like you're hiding
Gory,
under the
murder.
beds and you just see the feet come in and
Yeah.
slowly walk from bed to bed and the bullets come through and the blood leaks down and they're moving slowly towards your
So
bed.
good.
It's like Friday the 13th with like special ops and guns.
Yeah.
So good. So I started replaying that, and then I don't know how I found this game. I was just I don't know how I stumbled across this game, but I started playing a Metroidvania game called Omega Strike, which is out on Steam.
Does that kind of look like Metal Slug? It's
Yeah,
like army dudes?
it's like a
okay.
Metroidvania with army guys, and what's cool is you can hot swap your characters. So, did you ever play the game Lost Vikings on Super
my
Nintendo?
God, yeah.
Where you had 3 Vikings and they all had different abilities,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
at any point you could switch to a different Viking.
Ooh,
It's that mechanic.
that's cool.
But you have like a guy with a machine gun, and then you have like a stronger guy who can push heavy boulders, and he has
Oh,
a
that's
shotgun.
cool.
And then you kind of have like a SWAT team member who, I can't remember what kind of gun he has, but he can like double jump and move. He can jump
Faster.
higher, move faster. So, you know, that's the game right there. It's Metroidvania. with hot swapping
Omega
your
Strike.
character.
So I think it's also on PS4. I never played it, but I found out about it because the guy who I did a show called Neighborhood Game Club and At the Computer, the composer's name is Coda. He does the music for that game, Omega
Oh.
Strike. So if you like that, how's the soundtrack of that game? Is it like Genesis sounding, or is it just fit the vibe?
Honestly, couldn't tell you.
Okay.
It doesn't stand out.
Okay.
As good or bad.
There you
I'll pay attention to
All
it
right,
next
cool,
time I play.
Mega Strike. I want to check that shit out too.
I started weirdly playing. We're playing old stuff, I guess, but I started playing GTA 5 online.
Okay, how that is like that game evolves so much. What
I know.
the hell is that like
And
now?
that's what I wanted to see because I know how much is still coming out, and now there's like kind of cool daily. Or not even daily, but like hourly objectives
Holy fuck.
always going on.
Jesus.
But it's cool. It's like, oh hey, in a half hour, this like longest jump in a car is gonna start. So like if you're just out online in the world, you can try to place and get this, and then if you get it, it's just kind of always there's stuff popping up.
That's cool.
That you can jump into. There's a lot more things peppered around the city to stop
Man.
and do races, fights.
I played Grand Theft Auto
Jetpack
3
racing.
in Vice City hundreds of hours when I was 12 years old, and now there's this fucking universe I could have played. Like,
but I put
damn.
I put PS3 time
Yeah?
into GTA 5 online, and then that was the only thing that carried over when it came out on PS4 was the online. You couldn't
Yeah.
carry your first person or your single player game, which is why I never finished the thing. But the online stuff I all carried over. Played a lot on the PPS back in the day on PS4. But yeah, having fun picking that up from where I left off with my good cars and like all my loadouts and clothes and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
Something happened to me. I was just watching TV, and Lennon, who is almost 4 now,
Whoa.
asked to play a video game, which has never happened before.
Wow, she's
she
like, "Can I
walked
play?"
up to me and gave me Splatoon, and she's
Oh,
like, "Can we play
wow.
this?" And it's like, "Oh fuck, we played it like a year ago. You remember this game?" And she was like, fucking into it.
On
I
the
gave,
Switch?
On the Switch, yeah.
Splatoon 2.
I gave her the controller, and she's like walking around. And she killed a couple people, which like I like thought like, man, they have no idea they got killed by a 3-year-old. They have
3
no
years
idea.
old.
Yeah. But
Wow.
anyways, like that game still rules. This is still a fun game.
Trish was playing that today.
It's a good game.
That's still like a very, very active community plays that game.
Yeah, they're like diehard.
Yeah, I love that game. That's probably my favorite shooter to play.
Really?
PUBG Mobile and that, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. Julian, anything for you? You playing?
Any hot games?
All in on World of Warcraft right now.
Really?
Oh,
How's
yeah.
the new expansion?
Oh, it's so good. Oh my god. I love World of Warcraft. I have
Yeah.
a tattoo.
Where? What is it?
It's the Horde logo.
Oh,
yeah.
we got Horde.
Damn. Holy
Alliance
fuck.
Beware.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck the
This guy worked in esports.
fuck.
He knows.
Oh, dude, I'm all in video games, man. That's my life.
What
And wrestling, I guess.
going into this new expansion, are you leveling your like main character? Did you start a new one? What do you mean?
I boosted my priest, so I leveled my priest. I did it in a day. I didn't like less than.
Damn.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I did it really fast. I was like 2 into it. Like I was like, oh shit! I woke up. I was like,
Hardcores know how to like grind, and it
Yeah.
like shit doesn't last when
Yeah.
an update comes.
I mean, what is it? 2018. I've been playing it for 14 years.
Yeah.
Oh my
fuck.
God.
I started playing WoW when I was in 9th grade back in
Oh, dude, hell
2005.
yeah, for you, some emotes.
Oh, for the award. Yeah, I started playing that shit in 2005, and I'm trying not to think about it because I'm so busy. Every time an expansion comes out, I will play it for like 2 months straight, and I have to just say no this time.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law's into it.
Yeah, it's so like right now. A lot of people that I normally play with are still on the grind in the leveling mode. So I'm kind of like I took a back
Waiting
seat a
for
little
it.
bit. I was nice because we had Galacticadia this weekend, so it was like I could focus on
Work
wrestling.
stuff.
I could focus
Yeah.
on wrestling. Then,
Yeah.
But now it's like, yeah, I'm like I was playing it before I came here, and
For those of you who don't know, Julian is one of the wrestlers with Super Awesome Showdown.
Yeah.
They had a show at Game Days last year. Were
Yeah.
you at New Game Plus?
yeah, I was there. I played one of the side characters. I think I was like one of the Magnos minions that was throwing people into.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Nice. We're going to try to bring Super Awesome Showdown back to Game Days this year.
Nice.
There's an open invitation. I hope that it works out. It's all a matter of getting a venue in Anaheim.
Yeah,
So it's a little bit out of our hands, but hopefully we make it work. Last night was our WrestleMania, like our main event of the season. It's called Galacticadia. It was actually Galacticadia 5. Julian had a crazy match. Did you get injured during your match at all?
I didn't, thank God.
Lucky. You were lucky.
Do you get nervous before? Like you have to, right? Like you could get really fucked up.
This is gonna sound like egotistical or arrogant. I don't.
Really?
Yeah, it's because like the nice thing about Super Awesome Showdown is that it's not exactly like Garrett. You've been. It's not wrestling.
Yeah.
It's
It's
like
so
it's a
much
show.
more-
It's
No, I've been.
rock
I've
opera.
been- yeah,
right?
I've
A
been-
lot of people watching went to the Game Days New Game Plus. They were there.
Yeah,
So they
so
know.
I mean, the people who have seen it.
There's definitely the risk though of something going wrong.
Yeah,
landing wrong.
I hurt my shoulder in not this past match, but the match before that. I was wrestling 3 different people in a row. I was like in a gauntlet match, and in every match, my shoulder fell out of a socket. It was like the first time she jerked it and it popped right back in. I was like, oh shit, okay, this is gonna be the entire time.
Yikes.
But it got repaired and I'm all good now.
Last night, there was a lot of crazy shit going on. Somebody dove off the 2nd-story balcony into a group of people.
What the fuck?
That's a first because
That's like CKY
I
shit.
feel like I fucking missed out, man.
That's crazy.
I want to see that shit.
Vic Valentine went to do his finisher, Big Vic Weekend, where he kind of like has somebody's head on his shoulder, and he will put 2 feet up on the 2nd rope, jump off, and then like twist and slam them down.
Oh, that's cool.
But when he jumped off the rope, the person who he was holding him put their hands against his back and threw him over the ropes.
And reversal.
He landed. There's a little camera on a tripod pointing at the announce table. He landed on that tripod and just smashed the whole thing. I thought he got impaled on this tripod.
Oh, fuck.
It was,
I was watching
fucking
that.
crazy.
I was over at the bar and I was like, oh, there's a camera there.
It's some crazy shit.
Oh, shit.
Well, did the camera survive? Or
No, camera was broken.
Did we get the shot?
I didn't check it, but you know.
I mean,
the
it's
camera was
crazy.
facing the announcers. They didn't even see what was going on. But yeah, just all night, crazy shit. Death-defying feats being accomplished. It was a cool show.
Hell yeah.
I really hope we could bring it out to game days.
It was hot in there too.
It was really hot. I know.
It's
I
hot
had
in
a
that
couple of
room.
friends who came and they left at intermission. They're like, "Sorry, it's too hot in there."
Yeah, I walked out there and I was like, oh shit, does this place have air conditioning? 'Cause it's
Hell
like
no.
95 degrees in here with lights.
Tango Del Rey is old school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like, we don't have air conditioning. We barely even have insurance.
Hey, we do want to mention really quick before we end this podcast that we do have pre-orders going right now for the soft hat.
That's
Gary
right.
is currently wearing
The dad hats, the
and
64s.
Derek's new shirt. I think it's the Gunslinger
Gunslinger.
shirt. Is what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Those sold out like insanely fast. Which thank you everyone for ordering those. So we put a pre-order. That's going till Friday. So
And then there was something weird with these went on sale early.
A little glitch in the matrix.
So
glitch.
those sold out super fast as well, and now there's a pre-order up for more
Right.
of those, a second
Right,
pring.
Correct.
So get in.
Get in the pre-orders now before Friday,
Yep.
and then you can snag one. We'll get it to you as soon as it's made. So
Hell yeah.
High quality shit you guys got here too, man.
Thank you.
Thank
I
you.
seriously
All the
mean
merch
that,
is good.
Thank
I
you.
mean, I work for a t-shirt company too, so
Oh,
from
so you'll know.
Dude.
You would know.
We'll take you through the store. We'll pick your brain.
yeah,
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
go in there and this all sucks and tear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, do that.
And stay tuned because we've got new merch coming out soon.
Oh my God.
So
We do.
if this doesn't tickle your fancy, the next one will. I guarantee it.
Oh,
You're gonna like the way it looks.
you
I
are.
What is
guarantee
that?
it.
What is that?
That's
Your
Men's
Men's
Warehouse.
Warehouse.
That's Mega64. We invented the.
Yeah, they ripped us off.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What was his name though? Ooh,
Ron Papillo.
Tim. No.
No.
Cook.
Some kook.
Yeah, before he was the CEO of Apple, he was the
He was
spokesperson for Men's Warehouse.
Men's Warehouse.
He's also a client.
His name was Cornwall Slop.
Man.
Do you guys want to end it here, or do you want to keep going?
No, we got to plug Garrett. What do you got on the archives channel?
yeah.
Well, you know, every Wednesday we're
Oh.
doing that poorly played stream. Still, it's Metal Gear Stream Summer.
Are you close to beating it?
You got the disc too, right?
We're getting slow now. We got to, you know,
What
like
happened?
when you play an old game that you have fond memories of, you have fond memories of like the beginning of it because that's the part
Yeah.
you play like a lot.
Yep.
But the like last half, you kind of only have played maybe once or
Yeah.
twice. In my case, only once.
What part are you at?
We got to the second disc of Metal Gear 2 or Metal
Okay.
Gear 1.
Yeah.
And
So you're just past Sniper Wolf.
Yes.
we finally killed Sniper Wolf, like done.
Dunzo.
Hal cried. He's all sad about it. Even though they just met. I mean,
Yeah, come
and
on,
she's
get
working
over
for
it.
the terrorist organization.
Well, that's
so
crazy.
He's
Oh,
Hal.
someone's
We
on
know
the
his
battlefield.
family. Well, you'll find out.
Yeah.
His
I already
dad's
know.
his
I
dad's
know.
a mess.
I know
Oh, you know,
everything.
you
Yeah.
know. All right, but yeah, Brian and I are having a blast. We've gone now to disc 2. I think the Vulcan Raven fight is where we're at next.
Okay.
We're
you're
coming up on
You're
that.
coming to the end.
Yeah, you
You're
got the
about-
first PAL card.
You got about 3 or 4 more hours.
Yeah, so that might be. I mean, we have till the end of the summer to beat it.
What's the technical? Like, I have students who are now back in high school.
There's a date.
What's the? Oh, like the.
It's on the
seasonal?
calendar. I
Okay.
don't know. It's coming up in September. I think is
right.
into summer.
Okay.
We'll just do like if the last day of summer, just do like a big 4-hour PPS until you beat it.
Well, that's kind of what's happened before with
Okay,
Halloween
that's cool.
and Resident Evil.
Right.
We start on Halloween, and I have till New Year's Day. so midnight to beat it. And that one
Nice.
year,
All through Thanksgiving and Christmas.
yeah,
Zombies.
Fuck yeah, dude.
With Code Veronica, it took till literally 2 minutes to midnight. Which
Oh my God.
Of course, we had that queued up
Right.
till we finally beat that game and
Wow.
ended it. I don't know why Code Veronica just was so hard for me.
That's the Ashford family.
It was
All them cutscenes.
this fucking tyrant on the airplane.
And then my Friday stream, last game standing, we played Aggressive Inline, which doesn't get enough credit.
That's a great.
That was
I
cool.
love
The boob physics in that game.
That was
On par.
Yeah,
They spent a lot of time on that. They spent a lot of time on that back then.
that Britney
Dude.
Spears character.
Yeah, so the lineage of people that aren't familiar. So again, Tony Hawk came out. That was the biggest shit ever. Every company tried making their Tony Hawk clone. A company made Dave Mirra's freestyle, like BMX 2, where you can play a Slim Jim. That game is good. Then they made a rollerblading game called Aggressive Inline, which is legitimately really good. The soundtrack has like Sublime,
Yeah,
has
it
the
was a
Vandals.
good soundtrack.
It's a great game. And then there's a Britney Spears character. She's got knockers and a schoolgirl outfit. It's pretty cool.
a lot
But,
of panty shots.
yeah, but that game is extreme. And then they made BM XXX, which made the company
Whoa.
fold. So before
That-
BM,
that folded
yes,
the company.
yeah. So before BM XXX, it's because like Walmart wouldn't carry it, so they couldn't get their game in retail stores, and it was just
They took it too far.
Is that one of the games that you cannot
yeah.
stream on
You
Twitch?
That
can't-
blew my mind.
Yeah. I want to play BM XXX. I might do it for my personal YouTube channel, but yeah, you can't stream that on Twitch. I
You
also
can
want to
stream it on YouTube, but
yeah,
not
yeah.
Twitch.
I also want to play
Bullshit.
Hatred, but you can't do it on Twitch. You can do it on YouTube.
I don't want to play that.
I want to check that out.
Postal.
Yeah, I think
Postal you can
do
play.
Postal. I
You
plan
can
on
play
doing
Postal.
But
JFK.
You know,
the
here's
JFK Reloaded. I
Leisure
love that.
Suit
Reloaded.
Larry.
I'm
Like
gonna
there's
be the
some
old
weird
man here.
love novels and Japanese shit.
If you do a session of JFK Reloaded,
Yeah.
I will come on your stream.
Okay.
I used to play the shit
Back
out of
into
that
the
game.
left.
All right,
Back
well,
into the
I'll
left.
double check the Twitch list and we'll see.
Is there a game called JFK
Yes,
Reloaded?
it's
So
awesome.
JFK Reloaded.
I want you to definitely
You play
that.
as Lee Harvey Oswald. The whole game is through the scope of Lee Harvey Oswald's gun,
Whoa.
and the game is just
Daily Plaza.
it's the motorcade coming towards you, and then they turn the corner, and what it is you get scored by how closely you can recreate the actual assassination.
And it's got ragdoll.
But what's interesting, it has ragdoll physics. You could shoot JFK in the face when he's coming at you, but you won't score very high.
'Cause that's
because
not what happened.
In real life, he turns the corner, he's driving away, and so you have to get like 3 shots off in a matter of just a few seconds
Boom, boom,
when he's in the
boom.
right spot, and you have to recreate it as closely as possible.
Wow.
And it's
Dude.
really interesting, and
It's historical.
That's better
makes you
than-
think some things.
That's is Super Columbine Massacre one of the banned games?
I don't know. I feel like there's already so many. Yeah, I don't know. Well, let's get Newgrounds' Pico.
sure.
Why?
I want to just know what the list is so I make sure we don't make a
Why is
mistake.
BMX XXX? I never played this game.
Nudity.
So-
Why
Nipples.
The GameCube and Xbox version, and maybe the PS2 version is censored a bit, but you can unlock strip club videos. And it's just
On
real stripping.
GameCube?
Yeah.
Oh, it was
yeah.
FMV.
Is it video graphics? or is it
Nintendo
video?
kind of dropped
was
the ball on
FMV.
that one.
So so there's FMV. You can watch strippers. Also, you can make custom characters with just raw titties out.
Yeah, no.
yeah.
You didn't have to wear a top.
Yeah.
To me, okay, I understand
No
the idea
blouses.
of like those FMVs you can't
Yeah.
show. You
Yeah.
can't show porn on Twitch, I guess. But if it's a video graphics of boobs, who cares?
Yeah, who cares? That's
Hey,
what
that
I'm
could be-
saying.
that could be
That's what I'm
porn.
saying.
You can see someone like cut someone's head off in Resident
Yeah.
Evil, and that's fine. But who gives a shit about some boobies?
Tesla in
You're
the chat.
exactly right. You can shoot somebody in the face with a gun, but you're not allowed to look at a tit.
Yeah.
Something that brings joy to literally
Some
everyone.
titties, like God of War 2 titties, I
Hell
think are
yeah.
allowed. But like, I think someone in the chat earlier mentioned hot coffee, the GTA hack. I don't know if that's
I don't know what that is either.
probably can't
I
do
should
hot
honestly
coffee.
do a
Probably
YouTube
they can't do
series.
that
I should do a YouTube series where I just play every game that's banned on Twitch.
Yeah.
And just put it on my YouTube.
Yeah, Twitch's banned list.
There you go.
People ideas, Frank.
There you go. Hey, I'm gonna
Keep
do
it to yourself.
That's all right. We'll do it.
We'll
Anyways,
copyright that,
summing
yeah.
it up, we also played fucking Half-Life Blue Shift for week 5. Hey, it's a good game. It's pretty good.
People want to see it.
Kevin
I
and
like
I are
seeing
almost
it.
done with it. Maybe we'll beat it next week or the following week if it keeps getting voted in. What else did we play? Aggressive Inline, Half-Life. Oh, yeah, Phantom Doctrine. A weird-ass game called Library. But yeah, it's a good stream. It's on the MEGA64 archive. I think next week, just to bring some cheer, I think I'm going to play Super Mario World.
Oh yeah,
That's
bring
my
it around.
personal favorite Mario.
For
I love
Super
the
Nintendo.
music,
I'm with you.
The
Best
graphics.
Mario.
I'm gonna play Carmageddon on PC.
Yes.
Keeping it.
Oh, I fucking love
keeping it real.
Carmageddon.
Yeah, and then
let me know when you when
yeah,
you play
that Friday.
week.
So it's always on Friday.
What
It's on
won?
the Mega 64
What
archives.
was the winner?
Half-Life one.
Oh,
So that
Half-Life.
shit's coming
That's
back,
gonna
dog.
be
Oh, so
That's
next
forever.
week is gonna be Carmageddon.
Yeah, next week's
Damn.
Carmageddon,
Okay.
dude.
Well, yeah. Shit. Every Wednesday you got PPS.
Yes,
Every Friday
we got this.
Last
Sunday
Game Standing.
we got this. We got the Heart Slayers on the Mega 64 archives. You can check out all of
Everything's
season
on the
one.
archives.
Blowing up. Lots of
We're
content.
all there. Well, thank you for
Yeah.
watching, Julian. Thank you for hanging out.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
I was
man.
going to say, on the note of Heartslayer Season 2, we will be returning, actually in just a few weeks. Middle of September,
Fuck
we'll
yeah.
be
Very
back.
cool. Coming back soon.
We might do a new time. I think the main feedback we got is that Tuesday at 10 a.m. is a little bit hard for people to tune into.
School or work, I get
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Whatever.
And they
I
need to
don't-
call in,
You
too.
know what? Make it happen.
Yeah, call in sick. I used to do that when
But
Go into your locker.
yeah, we'll have to figure out a better time to do it. Maybe after Frank streams Friday afternoon
that'd
or
be
something.
sick. That'd be cool.
We'll figure it out. I want to get more people involved, but we will be back in the middle of September for Season 2. We're working on a brand new set.
Oh yeah.
Better show, better advice, same awesome hosts.
So until
Hell yeah.
season 2 comes back, go out, go dates, get your heart broken,
Get some
and then you got
problems and
check in with the
content,
doctor.
guys.
Yeah,
Yeah, get
so
some sexy.
Go live a little.
Get some sexy stories
Yeah,
to
have some
tell
fun
on
with
them.
And we're gonna get MP3 versions of all 25 episodes up on iTunes.
There
Oh,
you go.
cool.
That's where I get my podcast.
Yeah,
That's
and
where
that
you
should be
gotta
coming
go.
out next week. So
That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Stay tuned for that.
Awesome. Well, thank you everyone for watching.
Thank you, Rocco.
Yeah,
Rocco.
Rocco, thank you so much. Judge the movies, power films.
So I'll
hope
just
that
give
the
like a
right movie
Morphin
won.
Time kind of send off.
I don't know what.
Everyone say their animal. Sean, you start with you. Say Triceratops.
That's Tricer. That's not right.
Yeah.
What is the Green Ranger?
Just pick an animal.
Green
know-
Ranger,
Dragon. Thing.
Dragon Caesar.
Dude,
play the-
you.
Say Dragon Caesar.
I don't want to throw Sean under the bus, but this is the worst pick an animal segment
Yeah,
I've
come
ever
on.
Just
seen.
pick an animal.
Wolf.
Perfect.
Dog.
Perfect.
Pterodactyl.
What camera are we on?
Oh my god.
Oh shit.